Welcome back to the Random Horror Show. I am your horror podcast hostess, Keisha Lacey, coming straight out of the Iron Pine Curtain, better known as East Texas, where I commentate being silly and random with horror, science fiction, fantasy, cult classics, and the obscure in movies, television shows, and literature. And sometimes we throw a guest or two just to break up the monotony of things. And I am super fucking crunk and excited to talk about Evil Dead Rise. We're gonna be rising like some damn biscuits. Grand Rising, Pillsbury Doughboy, croissants. But Evil Dead Rise, it was premiered in March, not too long ago, at South by Southwest, a film festival that always be happening during spring break in Austin, Texas, down here in Texas where everything is big, just like my titties and my ass. But enough of that right there. But Evil Dead Rise is directed by Lee Cronnin. He did a fantastic job. He understood the assignment about the source material of Evil Dead. Evil Dead has been going on for like 40 years. This is like basically I wouldn't say like the oldest, but this one is, I'm not saying like it's old or whatever, but this franchise has been going on for 40 years. Now, this takes place in a setting at a Los Angeles high rise. And of course, I do fucking like love the way how they took something instead of happening in the cabin in the woods, like of the past films that we enjoyed and collected and just talked about and saying all the catchphrases held to the king baby, groovy baby, and everything else. This film has a fucking serious tone. The tone of this movie is serious. It is not campy like Evil Dead 2 or slapstick, kind of action comedy just like Army of Darkness. This takes it back to the original of Sam Raimi's just beautiful brand new spanky little baby of Evil Dead, where he actually have directed and ran out of money, and he was just like on a shoestring budget with this film. The original Evil Dead, where it actually blew up on the scene and it was banned in many countries. Evil Dead Rise is a very clean and like new concept of the continuation of the Deadites. Dead by dawn. The evil has found a way out the motherfucking woods. It is not like, say, I'm finna stuck in this bullshit one horse town. I'm finna go out to the city like how we are. I'm tired of my small town with these small town folks and bullshit. We finna go to the city and live it up. And that's exactly what the evil did. They lived that bitch up in a Los Angeles high rise. Well, the story takes place of where we have two sisters. They have a very interesting and a little bit of strange relationship with each other. Beth is a guitar tech, or as Ellie says it, she is a groupie. And I was just like, girl, quit throwing that damn shade at your sister and everything, because like that is not even cool. Ellie, by the way, is a tattoo artist. She is raising 3 children. I like it because they are a non-conformist family. Just because you have your kids doing all kinds of interesting things other than rather other little kids and they're raised non-conformist does not mean they don't have rules. They have rules and boundaries and everything else, just like regular ass kids, especially when you have parents raising them as non-conformist people. You have the son who is a budding DJ, just like me. Because when the beats was going on, I was like, oh shit. I said, uh-oh. I I said, little Thundercat, look at you, look at you. You have the oldest sister. She's like very into like saving the world, the trees, the planet, dirt, and all that stuff. She's very headstrong. She's the oldest, and of course, I can relate to that because I am the eldest sister, though I am a whopping 5 foot in standing, while my younger brother and sister are literally taller than me, just like my children. They're just all fucking taller than me. Just by the way, I'm just saying, I'm just a fucking hobbit, okay? Cool. All right, got that over with right there. And then there's the youngest, Cassie. She is a very interesting character. She has done some things that you can see that's a little bit more foreshadowing of what's going to be happening in the film. You may look at this young child as being weird or odd or anything else like that, but I look at her as like somebody that has lots of imagination, and you can see of the things that she's doing that she is actually unaware that she's preparing for some motherfucking ass war later on in the film. So boom, boom, boom. There you go. So Beth comes in and she is telling everything what's going on the road and stuff. But Beth has something that's going on personally with her, which I can 1000% relate to Beth, especially the unexpected situation that has happened that you will see in the beginning within the film. She comes to her sister just pretty much just bearing gifts and getting to reacquainted with them. We also see that dynamic with the two sisters as they pretty much, they're not duking it out, but they are with words of like, throwing shade and some blame and everything else. The story within this film is just much deeper than just the blood, the gore, the guts, and everything else, which I just deliciously like know that they just executed the fuck out of this right here. It goes much deeper than that. You have like a single mom raising 3 kids. She's trying to pick up the pieces of her life. Dad is not around. The kids, they're trying to feel some type of normalcy. They are still sticking together as a family, though, despite there's like so many, just not only financial changes, but like the family structure change that has been going on, ever since Beth has been gone on the road. That like you could see that with a lot of families that has been through it. I mean, even myself, I did have like that connection with it, and like totally understand a lot of things that what Ellie is going through, and a lot of things that Beth is going through herself. So we have this seismic, nice little earthquake that hits, and guess what? Bum, 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 bum. Somebody finds the book. There is a history behind this building, and which we see in the film of, okay, well, that makes perfect sense right there. Now, there is some predictability within the film, which I kind of like laughed a little bit. The people in the audience probably thought like, what's wrong with her? Why she's laughing through this? I didn't laugh too much, but I just laughed at the predictability parts of it and everything. But one thing I would say 100% on God, on Megatron with this is the tone is very fucking serious. This right here, hand clap right here, round of applause for this film to be very serious. It just does not have any of the campiness or like the craziness that you will see in Army of Darkness. This is where you will actually get that real deal time of Evil Dead, the first movie that Sam Raimi has put out and everything that has been banned. the serious tone of it. And if you want a film that has a seriousness, especially within your Evil Dead collection, baby, when it comes out on physical copy, I'm buying that bitch, because this motherfucker belongs in my collection. It belongs in everybody's horror collection. No shade, no diss to like the ones that we all love and grew up on and everything else, but god dang, I'm like, I think I will watch this movie over and over again, because it just has that fucking seriousness with it. And it just really impressed me a lot, because you had Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell as the executive producers. You also have Robert Tappert. If y'all are unfamiliar with Robert, he also have been producing with Sam Raimi, especially on Xena, which happens to be Lucy Lawless's husband. And Jack of Trades, which Bruce Campbell had a spin-off from his character from Xena. Even, Ted Raimi, who did like Bedelia, in Evil Dead 2. And also he did like some of the practical works, within Evil Dead. And also on, many of his brother's films, including Darkman. It's just so cool to like see that this team is still working together. They're basically like family and stuff. To bring this really new, fresh, new story of how, this is going to still continue. And it may not continue in the woods, but part of it does come to the woods. But you see what happens. And I also like the timelines of this, and I was just like, oh, okay then, all right then, that makes sense right there. I like the timeline with it, and it's not like something that just, we're just gonna blow this bullshit in, and this was a very anticipated film ever since like the news hit out in 2021. I'm just like, I'm waiting. And, it was worth the wait. Like I said, this is like the year of horror 2023. They have been bringing the horror ever since like pretty much like it's not even like all the way through the year, but we're gonna have some great gems. We're gonna have some that are like independent to like big name to like art house like horror films. Even like just many plethora of horror films that we're definitely going to be enjoying and watching and collecting, throughout this year. But Evil Dead does pack that punch, just not only just with the gore, the blood, the brutality, the violence of it, but it's just really overall just real super fucked up, of like how fucked up it was 40 something years ago when it happened in that cabin with those five people that came up in that bitch. It shows how it's still real than a bitch, how it just like does not pull any punches. Kids are not fucking safe in this and everything. This is what I love about horror. You do have horror movies that try to play it very safe, especially when it has kids. But this one right here does not let up and does not let go with this. It is like very dramatic with it. I'm just like, man, this is what I wanted out of this film. The dramatic drama of it, the serious tone. There was like nothing, unturned. There was no stone unturned in this. Now, if you're a big Evil Dead 2 fan, just like I am, there is some Evil Dead 2 references in this film, especially with Beth's jumpsuit that she wears, to the weapons that she used. It's just so, and it's very graphic of like just how a lot of things that this within this movie, that it's just like, whoa, that is some real deal ass Evil Dead shit. And without the campiness of that film. It's really in here. Now, I did recognize about 2 or 3 horror films that are not particularly in this universe that has showed up in here. And I thought that was like very freaking amazing to see that. And it just wasn't hokey, it wasn't like a try hard, it wasn't like let's reel it back into nostalgia. This is more of like, let's get out of the nostalgia part. This is not like a fucking remake, this is not a reinvention of it. This is not what this film is all about. It really isn't. This is a new fresh storyline, and god dang shit, I'm getting all super crunk and I also drunk coffee and everything, so I just need to get me a swig of water. Calm my like, caffeinated ass down, y'all. Calm my caffeinated ass down. That's just how excited and like, that's just how this movie is so well put together. Now, the characters are very well put together. They're very well rounded, even the side characters, and you feel some type of way for all of them as the same as the main characters. This also, what I've seen is that there are the two main characters, Beth and Cassie. It's like a beginning of their lives. They thought their lives of what they went through or going through before all of this happened. They, in their head, they're trying to figure things out. They're trying to live on, they're trying to do, as much as possibly, as they can to just, just to be happy. You see a lot of those emotions of what all of these characters are feeling and dealing with. And, that's like something that how you have some horror movies that actually pull a lot of those emotions. There is a few that really do pull lots of like heartstrings, different emotions within, you as the audience member to be reeled and sucked in. And I'm telling you, I was really sucked in to this film because I did not pull out my phone. I feel there was not a boring thing about it. It did not drag for me. The pacing was really great. I wasn't checking my time, like what time is it? It's almost like 11 o'clock and I think I just need to go to sleep. No, it was not like that. It was really perfect of all the pacing, the way how they sequenced the film, to where, you want this family to stick together, but damn it, this family did not fucking make it. It is really horrible what all happens to them. But you know what? I want to ask y'all a question and everything, and you can drop me a line, and I'm gonna put this in my Q&A, because I'm going to say this as in reference to Army of Darkness. There are 3 books in the universe of in the Evil Dead universe, of where the part where Ash has to go into the cemetery. He's got to speak the words, Nictu, Collector, you know what I'm saying? He's all like that and shit. So there's 3 books, if y'all remember that, and he had to pick one in order to speak the words, which he really fumbled the bag on, and which leads him to like another alternate universe. And it's fucking crazy if y'all seen the alternate ending of Army of Darkness, where it's the other book, and I'm not going to tell you which book it is, but the one that was pretty funny and everything. You're like, what the hell? What the fuck this book doing and shit? But it's that book. So, if when you go see it, and and you think about the question I asked to y'all, for y'all and everything, and y'all can answer me back or whatever. because yeah, it's one of the three books. It is. It's one of the three Necronomicon books that was in Army of Darkness. So we seen the first book, and now this one is the second book. So this is like super awesome right here, because guess what? I'm feeling there's going to be a sequel of this film. Probably where we're going to see the third book somewhere, in line. So yeah, there's more than just that one book of we always seen. But this one is the second one, and I want you to see it, and you will know which one I am talking about. But that is enough of my time with Evil Dead Rise. I give this film an eight and a half right here, because it's really good, solid storyline, really packs a punch. Very unsafe horror. I don't like no horror being safe. I like it that the kids are not safe in this bitch and everything, but really there's a more of a deeper storyline, especially when it deals with family and relationships. All kinds of crazy ass mess in this world called life. But it gets all fucked up and everything, super, super fucked up when you have that damn book and somebody had to speak them damn words and get that damn evil. That damn evil just happened to said, fuck it, I'm out of these woods. It said, I'm free, bitches, I'm free. I mean, it didn't catch a concert or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's Los Angeles. It didn't walk, didn't go to West Hollywood, didn't go to Mulholland Drive, didn't see the the Walk of the Stars or nothing like that. And people said, fuck it, I ain't thinking about that shit. I'm finna get to somebody. I'm gonna fuck shit up. That's what the evil said. I'm gonna fuck shit up. Fuck all that touristy shit. I'm finna rent me an Airbnb in this high rise right here. That's what it did. That's what the fuck it did. And it did it very, very well. Oh, I had to crack up. I'm sorry. I just like, how y'all know how random my ass is, and I'm gonna throw a damn joke or two up in this bitch about this movie. But Evil Dead, it is like two thumbs up, two nipples up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think about this movie, and it's really one of those films that any deadite will cherish. But I don't know about the fucking crowd that I was with, sitting in the theater with last night. They were so fucking dead. I was just like, y'all need to go somewhere, please. I don't like, and I can feel the tension of like how some of them are. I heard some not so good comments or whatever, and that's okay about their opinion, but I feel like they went in very close minded, thinking that they're gonna feel the nostalgic parts of what they watched and love about Evil Dead and everything. And I feel that you gotta have an open mind about shit, though. You know what I'm saying? This is new. This is new. This is not something that's reimagined or whatever. It's not being a tryhard. It's really some real deal ass shit and everything. And I'm just like, man, I'm completely impressed by this film and the director. Everything from the scenes to the the tone of it, the ambiance, down to the colors of the film, of how they use the colors in this film to just set the whole mood of it, even to the music. It was very, very good. I like the music of it. Of course, I'm a DJ and everything, so anything with some music, especially with some badass music with it, just like Terrifier 2. Terrifier 2 has really fucking awesome ass music with that shit. Soundtrack is really great. You know what I'm saying? That's what gives out a really great horror film. It doesn't even matter if it's a bad one. The soundtrack is like really is like the heart of it. It's just as well as the actors that did a fantastic, brilliant job of just playing these characters. And you do love them, and this movie really sucks you in, and doesn't let go. And really, I mean, I said after like the credits roll, because I was like, I want more. That's how I felt when I watched Evil Dead Rise. I want more. I want to follow the two main characters, not let you know who it is. I want to follow them. What is going to happen to them? You have questions like that. I want to know. But no further ado, I'm not gonna hold you like a preacher at a funeral and everything, trying to have damn church. If y'all went to a black funeral where the damn preacher trying to he can't even say 5-7 minute eulogy words or whatever and everything. The motherfucker got to turn that shit into a damn sermon. Everybody falling out with the damn Holy Ghost and everything else like that. But you can find me on Instagram at The Random Horror Show. So is Facebook. If you want to drop me a electronic mail, call it email. TheRandomHorrorShow@gmail.com. So, no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Evil Dead. Go see it, run to it. I'm serious. This is for like those serious horror fans out there, those Deadite fans that really want something really great and fresh without being a fucking try-hard. This film is for you. And literally, I have actually seen the a footage of some guy like shouting and cussing. I think this was at South by Southwest after they did a you know, screening of this film, and the guy like in the balcony was just yelling and screaming, at Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell and the director, telling it sucked. And I was just like, bitch, move, like get the fuck out, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, that's really fucked up right there. That guy deserves some motherfucking hands, because if I was in that damn audience and that dude was doing that, if it was, I'm gonna say it like this: if it's a different motherfucking crowd and everything for what the crowd they had, somebody would have got their ass beat down. And really, like, and I feel like for that dude to be so fucking rude, and I think he's just doing it just for attention and just trying to, like, just think he's just like, oh, I know what I'm saying or whatever, like that. I love it that, like, Bruce Campbell clapped back and told the guy to fuck himself and fuck you and everything and get the fuck out. I love that right there. They don't have time to be bullshitting with idiots in the audience. You know what I'm saying? That is a fucking rare treat, to view the film before everybody else and have a Q&A and listen to the panel of like the director and the executive producers and stuff. They really put their heart and soul into this film, and it was really worth the wait. And that guy, he can like eat a bag of glass and shit crack rocks and and go fuck himself, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad they let him know who is boss, you know what I'm saying? But that was but that dude was super fucking ignorant though, and he is so fucking disrespectful. But anyways, love you guys, take care, and thank you for listening to this less than 30 minutes of me rambling on about Evil Dead Rise. Go see it. You will be amazed. I'm Keisha Lacey, and this is The Random Horror Show.